In this video, we are going to talk about biochemistry of gout. So, gout is a disorder of purine metabolism and it is due to accumulation of urate crystals in the synovial fluid. These urate crystals are formed of uric acid, and uric acid is an end product of purine metabolism. It is an end product of purine metabolism. These urate crystals which are accumulating in the synovial fluid will cause inflammation and it will lead to acute arthritis. Now at 30 degrees Celsius, solubility of uric acid is lowered to 4.5 milligram per deciliter. This will lead to uric acid deposition. In cooler areas of the body. Which causes tophi. And this tophi are seen in distal joints of foot. So, at 30 degrees Celsius, solubility of uric acid is lowered to 4.5 milligram per deciliter, which will lead to deposition in cooler areas of the body and causes tophi. Now, this tophi are seen in distal joints of foot. Next point is increased excretion of uric acid. As uric acid is more in the body, excretion will also increase. So, increased excretion of uric acid may cause deposition of uric acid crystals in the urinary tract. Which will lead to formation of calculi or stones, and it will cause renal damage. Now, due to increased production of uric acid, there will be increased excretion of uric acid, which will lead to deposition of uric acid crystals in the urinary tract, which will lead to formation of calculi and stones, and it causes renal damage. Gout can be primary gout or secondary gout. Causes of primary gout. First is enzyme 5-phosphoribosyl amidinotransferase. Now this enzyme is necessary for synthesis of purine and it is sensitive to feedback inhibition. So when there is excess nucleotide, there will be feedback inhibition to this enzyme and purine synthesis will be stopped. Now when this enzyme is abnormal and active, it will not be sensitive to feedback inhibition by excess nucleotides. So first enzyme, which is 5-phosphoribosyl amidinotransferase, it is not sensitive to feedback inhibition by excess nucleotides, so there will be increased production of purines. Now second is abnormal PRPP synthetase. So when PRPP synthetase is abnormal, there will be increased PRPP and it will lead to increased nucleotides. Third is deficiency of enzymes of salvage pathway. Salvage pathway is basically recycling of purines. So when there is enzyme deficiency of salvage pathway, recycling of purines will not occur. This will lead to increased purines and it will lead to increased uric acid. Now fourth is deficiency of glucose 6-phosphatase enzyme, which is also known as von Gierke's disease. In this disease, glucose 6-phosphate will not be converted to glucose. So there will be increased glucose 6-phosphate. Glucose 6-phosphate will be channeled to this pentose phosphate shunt pathway, which will lead to increased ribose 5-phosphate and it will lead to increased PRPP synthesis. Okay, so when there is G6PD deficiency, glucose 6-phosphate will not be converted to glucose. So glucose 6-phosphate will be channeled to pentose phosphate shunt pathway, which will lead to increased ribose 5-phosphate and which will lead to increased PRPP. So this was the primary gout. Causes of primary gout: 4 enzyme deficiency. First, 5-phosphoribosyl amidinotransferase, which will not be sensitive to feedback inhibition. Second, abnormal PRPP synthetase, which will lead to increased nucleotides. Third, there is deficiency of enzymes of salvage pathway, so there will be more purines. Glucose 6-phosphate deficiency, again more PRPP. Now secondary gout. So secondary gout can be due to two things: increased production of uric acid or decreased excretion of uric acid. Now let's talk about increased production of uric acid. It can be due to malignant tissue or cancer patients who are on chemotherapy. Third can be due to increased tissue damage, then increased rate of catabolism, and decreased excretion can be due to renal failure. Second will be due to treatment with thiazide diuretics. Thiazide diuretics will inhibit the secretion of uric acid, so there will be more uric acid. And fourth is lactic acidosis and ketoacidosis. Okay, so secondary gout can be due to increased production of uric acid or decreased excretion rate. Increased production can be due to malignant tissue or chemotherapy or increased tissue damage, increased rate of catabolism, and decreased excretion can be due to renal failure, treatment with thiazide diuretics, which will lead to increased uric acid, and lactic acidosis and ketoacidosis. So these are the causes of gout, which can be primary or secondary. Now, what are the clinical findings of gout? So, first is typical gouty arthritis affects the first metatarsophalangeal joint. Affects the first metatarsophalangeal joint. Typical gouty arthritis affects the first metatarsophalangeal joint, which is big toe. Other joints may also be affected, but this is the most commonly affected joint in the gouty arthritis. Now, these joints are extremely painful and synovial fluid will show urate crystals. Synovial fluid will show urate crystals. Now, in chronic cases, uric acid may get deposited around the joint and can cause swelling. Or tophi, which are composed of sodium urate. So, in chronic cases, uric acid deposited around joints cause swelling or tophi, which are composed of sodium urate. Now, if urate crystals are deposited in renal medulla, it will progress to urolithiasis and renal damage. So now urate crystals deposited in renal medulla causes urolithiasis and renal damage. Now third is that gouty attack may be precipitated by high intake of alcohol. Gouty attacks can be precipitated by high intake of alcohol. Now treatment of gout. First, there is reduced dietary purine intake. Second is use of uricose uric drug. Now this uricose uric drug increase renal excretion of uric acid by decreasing the renal absorption of the uric acid. So there will be decreased renal absorption of uric acid, which will lead to increased renal excretion of uric acid. Example of this uricose uric drug is probenecid. Third is reduced urate production. Reduced urate production is done by a drug called allopurinol. Now, allopurinol is a competitive inhibitor. It is a competitive inhibitor of a xanthine oxidase enzyme. Xanthine oxidase, it is used in formation of uric acid. It is an enzyme of purine metabolism which is used in formation of uric acid. So, what is the mechanism? This xanthine oxidase will convert this allopurinol to alloxanthine. Now, alloxanthine is more effective than allopurinol, and it is an example of suicide inhibition. Why it is called suicide inhibition? Because the enzyme itself is converting the drug to its more effective form, which is an incompetitive inhibitor of xanthine oxidase, and this will lead to reduced uric acid production. Now, fourth is use of colchicine. Colchicine is an anti-inflammatory agent, and fifth is use of polyethylene glycol uricase. Now, what this enzyme does, it will convert the uric acid to allantoin. Now, this allantoin, it is more water soluble and it is easily excreted. So, this is all about gout.